One of the biggest challenges I'm seeing with entrepreneurs and people today that I really get frustrated with is like we are overthinking so many things. You can't 10x what you want to do in life if you're going to think about how I can 10x my life the rest of your life, because in the end you will be dead and you're not 10x your life. So when I'm saying like 10x your life will also 10x your business, it's because if I am expanding my own life and doing things that are 10x bigger than I thought about now, then I also will naturally start to think 10x bigger about other things in my life. Because I think being an entrepreneur or building a business is all about looking for a new perspective in what you have done. And if you try to do the same again and just try to hustle to the next stage with what you already done, it's really hard to get to the next level. But if you start to see other parts in your life that you are expanding and doing more, or I can talk for myself, then I also see that impact what I think is possible to do, how I can do things in my business. I think one of the things was really important to 10x your life, it's to have people around you on the level you are on. And I was in a mastermind in the US, and when I started the online business, we was doing that in Norway, and we figured out to have a continuity class or a membership was a really good idea because that can give us recurring income, and recurring income is something that every entrepreneur wants to have. I was in an expert class to build a membership. When I started to talk about pricing, I knew that all the competitors we had in Norway, they had like a membership for maybe 60 euro per member or 50 euros. So I was thinking, okay, I like to challenge the reality. So I want to make a membership was like maybe 10-15% more expensive. And still, I didn't know it was possible because sometimes you just feel like I'm really worth it. Are we worth it? Maria and me, are we worth to take more charge? But these people in the mastermind I was building a continuity class together with, they was more on $300, $250, $300. And that's when I'm together with people that are on the next level, I also start to think. And I start to look at them. I was thinking, okay, you're going to charge $250, $300. What should I charge? So I mentally, step by step, increased the price. So I went from 80 to 100 and talked with Maria, so I was going to launch it. And then I went from 100 to 130 because I was talking more with them and get more natural. And I was thinking like, oh, this price is not so high. And then I get up to 170. And I remember that we have decided the price on 170 euro per month. And the day before we was going to launch this, we said like, okay, let's go crazy. Let's try 249 euro per member per month. And what's happening, we did this, and I think we got like 60 or 70 members on the first campaign. And if I will have done what I started with, I will guess around the same membership numbers, maybe a little bit more, but still not the revenue that I want at all. So one of the things that I'm always trying to do is to challenge myself and finding people that are better than me in other areas of life. One thing that I have picked up the last year is to take care of my body. So I'm training more, eating more healthy, and I'm trying to figure people that are much more healthy than me, much more fit than me, and see what they are doing. If I train with them and if I follow what they are doing, I can also get much easier up to 10x my health and 10x my fitness. And if I look back for 4 or 5 years now and see where I'm on my fitness today, I think I'm almost 10x it because I'm much more healthy and I feel much better. So I'm not talking about that you should work 10 times more or pushing the hours you're working. I'm thinking about how you really can work less and still making more money, having more free time, doing more of what you want to do. Because the reason I started like an entrepreneur is freedom. I'm a freedom seeker. I'm always looking for more freedom. And having my own company and building my own business also, of course, is commitment. I can't not go away every day, but I can have more holiday. I can do more of my fun stuff, and I can make it like my own life. One of the things that I have seen, I think it was Dan Solomon, who have been one of my mentors. He said it's easier to 10x your business than double your business. When I first heard it, like, why can you say that? But when we start to talk about it and more I think about it, more it makes sense. Because if you have a business on 250,000 euro per year and you want to increase it with 30% the next year, You're basically what you're going to do is to do more of what you're already doing. So we talk about working more hours, pushing more people to do more. It's more about being more effective. But if you really want to 10x, so if you want to go from 250K per year to 2.5 million, you really need to think totally different. You can't continue, or you can maybe not continue with the same products. You need to develop something. You cannot continue the same marketing, maybe not the same staff, maybe not the same way of thinking of doing it. So you need to just scratch everything and start to think totally different. And I think like one of the biggest issues I think entrepreneurs have is they think like what have made them successful into where they are now is also what will make them successful the next step. But the point is like if you want to have a better relationship, better health, a better life, or better business, if you're just continuing and doing what you've done until now, you'll just get a little bit more of what you already have. You cannot totally change your life. You cannot totally change your business. I'm always trying to be around people who are better than myself, seeking people that are better than myself. I love the quote, I think it's Jim Rohn who said it first time. You're average of the 5 people you're spending most time with. And that's true, because if you are spending time with someone who are on a higher level than myself, like say it's they are on 10x of your life in all kind of areas, in relationship, in fitness, in health, in career, in business. Try to seek them. You'll start to adopt the mindset they have, because we all have 24 hours per day. And you maybe think like Elon Musk and all these super successful entrepreneurs are working 24/7. They're not. They also have free time. They also do other stuff. They have hobbies. They're doing fun stuff. So it's all about how do you really use your time? How can you use your time better to get more what you want in life? And to that, it's all about to see what others are doing. So I was in this mastermind with some other entrepreneurs from all over the world. I like luxury. I like simple life, but I also like luxury. So Maria and me, we have a 4-season near us in Vietnam, and we've gone there many times. And this guy said to me, you know what I'm doing 2 times a year? I'm going to 4-season because I want to study how great they are. Because to go to 4-season, and that's also why I go there, because I get extraordinary good service. So when I come to 4-season, they remember my name, they remember Maria's name, they remember Maria's kids' names, they remember what I like to eat, they remember what I like to drink, they remember which table I'm sitting with, they remember what we did last time, what we talked about. And what I think is incredible good with this is like they remember, everyone knows it. So I don't know how they do it, and maybe they have a meeting for every guest who are coming in there. But every time I go there, I go back with kind of a 10x life or 10x my business, because I'm thinking, how can we implement this kind of customer service? How can we make our clients feel so special that I'm feeling when I'm on 4-season? And this is also how you can get inspired, because when I go to 4-season, I'm doing it because I want to have time off, I want to relax, I want to have like a superb experience. But when I get back, I also expand my life or my business. I mean, I start to think different about how I can do things. One of the things that I'm missing from not living in Norway is skiing. Maybe one of the few parts of what I don't get here that I really want to have in Asia also. And I've been reading about Japan and skiing for many years, because everyone says it's the best snow there. It's the best snow in the world. And I remember when I was so young, I think I was 13, 14 years, I went to Austria with my grandmother. She gave me a birthday present, so I was there 1 week and skiing. She didn't ski, so I was skiing with a ski instructor. And I remember when I come to Innsbruck, they said it was one of the worst winter, was no snow, but when we was going to arrive in Innsbruck, it was snowing. So I think the plane was circling around in the air for 2 hours before we can get down, because it was snowing so heavy. And the week I was in Austria, I was in Saalbach, it was snowing every day. And so we got like powder snow every day. And that was like amazing. I remember I had snow over my head. It was so much snow. And since that time, I've been just dreaming about how can I get this experience again. So we went to Japan and in Christmas time last year. when I come over, it was snowing every day. And the experience I had when I was 13 was like, this was 10x of that. It was so much snow. It was snowing like 50, 60 centimeter every day. And we have powder snow like crazy. And I felt like I was like 5 years again. So I was skiing every day and I was like, oh, I want to experience more of this. What happened is like we come home and I just was missing it. So I went one more time to Japan last year and I had some 3-4 days alone. And I think I said to Maria, and I don't think she took me serious, I'm saying, I want to rent a house for 2 months next winter. And I think she said yes. She don't remember this, but I think she said yes because she maybe thought I was just putting out something that I always do. And she said yes. I was thinking, okay, then I can do it. So I went to Japan. I met a guy who had a house there. And I rented a super expensive house for a couple of months just to stay there. So I come home and I think it took Maria 4 or 5 months before I realized that I really paid the deposit and we was going to go to Japan. For me, it's like, this is also kind of 10x my life because this has been a dream for me many years. But it's all about if you're an entrepreneur or have the entrepreneurial mindset or have the 10x life mindset, you should just start to do what you really want to do in life. Don't think about it because it's just to decide. One of the biggest challenges I'm seeing with entrepreneurs and people today that I really get frustrated with is like we are overthinking so many things. You can't 10x your life or 10x what you want to do in life if you're going to think about how I can 10x my life the rest of your life, because in the end you will be dead and you're not 10x your life. But if you start to do small things, and you will not succeed with everything you're doing for yourself, but it's all about to testing out and trying out. And I like the word testing because so many are thinking about failure. Like, oh, I don't want to get failure. I remember I talked with a client. She's super successful with an online course. And now she was going to do a membership. So she said this to me. When I started the online course, I didn't have any expectation. I didn't know anything. I was just doing what you told me to do. And it worked for me. And then, boom, I got a really good income and a good business. But now, I'm just postponing this membership month by month or week by week and I'm always coming up with a new excuse. And I know the problem is I'm so afraid for failing. Because before I didn't have anything to fail from, but now I feel successful. So if this membership doesn't work, then I will feel I'm failing. It's not failing. You just try something that didn't work. Can you live with that? Don't think about, I did all this stuff. So try to do things simple. And I think that's all the things we should do in life. If you want to get fitter, you don't need to start with going crazy the first day. You're step by step getting there to be fitter and feel more healthy. And I think that's also why I'm saying if you think about how you really want to 10x your life, it will also impact how you run your business. Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
To dig deeper, visit awesome.com/scalinglife. That's awesm.com/scalinglife. You'll find show notes, resources, and links mentioned in this episode, as well as links to our socials.
If you like what you heard, please rate and review us on the podcast platform of your choice. Your feedback is so important to help more entrepreneurs to discover this show.
Our goal is to provide inspiration, and we hope you'll continue scaling alongside us. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.